here with limited edition cover art with Jango Fett's face on it, little mask. That's a pretty fun game. I haven't spent too much time on it, unfortunately, but I don't know, I think I used a code once, and should never use codes, of course, but just kind of go to the last level and check it out. It's a pretty fun game, although you can just like, well, you know, there's the standard objective stuff in each mission, but then they added in stuff where there's civilians walking around and you can actually scan them, and some of them will have bounties on their heads, so you can either kill them or take them in alive, and they'll have different amounts for dead or alive. So that's really fun. And then I have Ace Combat 4, Shattered Skies. Awesome game. I talked a lot about it when I played it. I don't know, I really like the storyline in it, and I guess, I don't know, I wasn't really used to having a storyline in a flying combat game. I mean, at least a good storyline. Star Fox, you know, has a pretty good storyline actually. Some of them, you know, it's just, we have to win this war. But I really like Ace Combat. And here's another flying game, Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. Pretty fun to play. And I guess maybe Jedi Starfighter has an okay storyline. I don't exactly remember it. I kind of remember the one for Starfighter a little bit more. I think I have it somewhere. Yeah, I do, it's coming up. But it's kind of interesting. Okay. And a couple more Star Wars games. We'll talk about Starfighter first. This is the Jedi Starfighter is the sequel to this, I think. I think it has some of the same characters. Like this, yeah, I think it has some of the same characters. And, you know, it's basically more of the same. Actually thinking about it, I probably like Rogue Squadron, the Rogue Squadron series, more than Starfighter. But I still like Starfighter. You know, they're all pretty good games. It's one of the series, or one of the genres that Star Wars has pretty good games in. So, yeah, and then here's the Clone Wars, which is not a flying game, but it's a vehicle combat game. A tank game. Not like Vigilante 8. But, Clone Wars is pretty fun too. I had this one arcade mode, kind of, that was like a sub-mode. It wasn't the main story. So that was kind of fun to spend a lot of time in. It's pretty fun multiplayer as well. It's got like King of the Hill, Capture the Flag. I remember playing it a lot with one of my friends, so it's pretty fun. And then I have Smuggler's Run, which I think is the only Rockstar game that I have. Another vehicle game. You basically have to smuggle, well, I assume it's drugs. I don't think it... No, yeah, I'm looking on the back, it says illegal cargo. They never make explicit references to drugs, but, you know, that's what we're smuggling. Other drugs are Mexicans. One or the other. It's, I don't know, I didn't spend too much time in it. It wasn't as fun as I thought it would be. And I thought smuggling drugs would be fun, you know, but guess not. But here, then I have Spy Hunter, which is pretty fun. I rented it once, and I don't know, it's pretty fun. There's an old arcade game, I don't know if it was arcade or just old NES or whatever, called Spy Hunter. This is kind of a re-envisioning of it, I guess. It's 3D, and it's kind of like you're driving James Bond's car, I guess that's how I'll explain it. It's got machine guns and missiles and oil slicks and all that stuff. And then it's kind of fun. You go through these different levels, and you have a primary objective, which I think might just be get to the end or something. But then you have a bunch of sub-objectives, and you have to complete so many to move on to the next level. so it can get pretty difficult, but it's pretty fun. And it has some good multiplayer modes as well. I grabbed 5 games because there's a sequel or series in here. Here's Jak 2. I do not have Jak and Daxter. My brother used to. But he sold it, I guess. I'm pretty sure he did. I know I don't have it anymore. But I recently had a save at the very final boss in Jak 2. And yeah, I could never beat it, but I went back and, tried for about an hour or so, and I finally did beat the game, which was nice. I also have Jak 3, which, kind of the same style of gameplay. I kind of like, the direction they went from Jak and Daxter to Jak 2 and 3, with the combat, like the, kind of more serious tone, I guess. And then I also have Ratchet and Clank, which is kind of its sister series, I guess. I was always more into Jak and Daxter, I guess probably because that's what I played first. But I guess Ratchet and Clank is really into the weapons. I haven't played too far into it. But I guess, yeah, it's got a whole bunch of weapons and stuff. Didn't beat it or anything, and then it's the only Ratchet and Clank game I have at the moment. I'd probably like to get some of the other ones though. Then here's totally different series, Lego Star Wars. I actually think I have a playthrough up of it. And then I have Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. Kind of like the Lego Star Wars, well, the Lego games. I only played the Star Wars ones though. Didn't play Indiana Jones or Batman. But I like how it's pretty simple. It is pretty easy, which I guess some people don't like about it. But simple, drop in and drop out co-op, and just pretty, simple combat. Nothing too complex. Just, pretty fun to play if you don't feel like playing a Final Fantasy or something. And putting a bunch of time into junctioning or whatever. Then, crap. Here I have Wallace and Gromit, in Project Zoo. This is actually my brother's game. It's kind of obscure, I guess. Probably because I didn't watch Wallace and Gromit. I don't know, I guess I have no idea what it is, I'll be honest. But the game is actually surprisingly fun. I really didn't think it would be. Seems kind of childish. It's pretty fun. I didn't beat it though. I got stuck at one point, I think. And then here I have a Treasure Planet. I was saying in the Nintendo 64 video that I didn't really think of Disney as being a good game developer. I guess it's probably because of that Hannah Montana crap. But Treasure Planet is actually a pretty fun platformer. Kind of like Toy Story 2. I like the movie as well. Nothing really see any relevance. Kind of does, I guess. Yeah, I liked it. Then have Gauntlet Dark Legacy. I'm trying to think. I think one of my friends had the Gauntlet for not the original Gauntlet, but Gauntlet Legends for Nintendo 64. One of my friends had it, so we'd all played at his house, I guess. Have 3 or 4 people playing at a time. It can get pretty fun. And they had a lot of. It's kind of like a remake with added levels, I guess. That's what Dark Legacy is. And I'm always Blue Archer, so I don't know, I really enjoyed it though. It's, kind of like Lego Star Wars, simple combat fun. And another mindless combat game, Dynasty Warriors 3. And I actually have here Extreme Legends 3, which is kind of like an expansion pack. Adding new stories, I think, for some of the characters that didn't have it in the original one, like Lubu and some others. But I don't know if you've seen the Dynasty Warrior game. It's pretty much just hack and slash. Um, I don't know. It's fun, like how I was saying for Lego Star Wars, simple combat. Um, if you're not really feeling like playing a game that's extremely complex,